Golly, what a great night. Finally winning. Duo is so much more consistent than solo. You can control so many more variables. Also, the fact that he's a tank player just makes so much space for me. It lets me do things that I otherwise wouldn't be able to do. Like, you have to play like a god sometimes if your tanks are bad and there's no space being made. Like, a lot of people are very quick to be like, one of the most common things you hear is, oh, nothing's dying, nothing's dying. The big problem is that we just can't kill their Psylocke, or we just can't kill this, or we can't kill that, or our DPS just aren't killing anything. And a lot of times that is a symptom of something else that's happening. Why can't your DPS kill anything? Like, sometimes the tank creates a lot of opportunities for the DPS and the DPS is shit, and sometimes the DPS is really good but there's no opportunities for the DPS. And sometimes both of them are shit. And sometimes the supports are so bad that the tank can't create space for the DPS to get opportunities, you know what I mean? It's like the scoreboard never tells the whole story. And it's so hard to diagnose what the problem actually is. Even if you're good at that, like it's really difficult to tell until you go into the replay after. Like on where's that game we lost earlier? This game, when I'm playing Loki, the other team's flaming me for throwing because my Loki ults were so bad. But then I watch the replay back and my Loki ults are good. It's just my DPS are running off on some crazy off angle. And this guy who's 37-12, 24 final blows, probably thinks he carried the game through the last 4 fights, which caused us to lose by going on an off angle flank and dying while I'm Luna ulting. Like, very small things like that. You press tab, you're like, holy shit, this guy's carrying. It can't be his fault. But he is genuinely the reason we lost. It's so difficult to understand what's going wrong in games like this. Whenever I play on alt accounts in lower elos, I get flamed sometimes, or people flame and they're always wrong. That's why I think it's best to just focus on yourself permanently. Like, you probably don't even know what's going wrong. The skill to know what's going wrong is something that comes when you're very high rank. It's just so hard to tell. Plus, you're like focusing on your own gameplay. It's so useless to flame somebody. If somebody's like 4 and 10 on the scoreboard, you can try and think, how can I help this person? Maybe they truly are just dog shit, or maybe they're not being presented with opportunities, you know? Maybe your 3 and 10 Punisher would be like 40 and 5 if he's getting pocketed while he's doing the stupid shit that he's doing. They're in that rank for a reason. That's my speech. But that's why I really like duo queue as well, because like when I'm solo, I try and be the one that hard carries every game. And like you can be the one that hard carries, but a team always has like solo queue teams tend to have really big weaknesses. And you can patch up those weaknesses by playing certain heroes. But if I patch up the weakness, then I don't get to hard carry, you know? Like, I want to play Storm and hard carry, but maybe our support line's really bad and we need a Loki. I can't play Storm and Loki, but if I have a duo who I know is going to hard carry on tank, then I can play Loki comfortably and patch up the holes in our team comp and rely on everyone else while my Gasklin carries the game, you know? Or Gasklin can play his character and I can hard carry the game. Like, either way, duo is awesome. Solo queue yesterday was just so brutal, man. Here's another one, like, DPS are doing so much, but when your tank has 5 final blows, 4, 5, I mean, this guy's 11 and 14, he might as well just play something he's more comfortable on. That's another thing, I hate when people play a character they don't know how to play just to force 2-2-2. We don't need to play 2-2-2. It's like, the consistent thing across all of these losses is that we have a tank that just isn't killing anyone. DPS get all the final blows. 12 and 10 strange. Or supports that aren't support ulting at the right times. Or I remember we lost so many games yesterday because our supports were double support ulting. And then they're like flaming other people because they made a mistake. Double support ult is like the biggest mistake you can make in this game. You actually just toss your chances of winning that fight away. So bad. I also think last game was a great example of how a good mental and just being nice can solve a lot of problems. Like, we were absolutely losing the game because our supports were getting slammed by the Doctor Strange ult and not support ulting even when they had it. And it's so easy to just be like, God, you're so fucking awful. Can you just support ult the Doctor Strange ult? But instead of saying that, which Gasklin was talking about it, he was doing that. He was like, It's like pointing out the problem and not finding a solution to fix it. Like you can tell the guy, oh, you just need to freaking Sue Stormwell, his Doctor Strange ult. But instead I was like, okay, I'm gonna call out every single time that their Doctor Strange has ult. And I specifically looked for him as well. Like when I knew he had ult, I was looking at him, looking for him, and if I saw him go in the sky, I was like, Doctor Strange is ulting, Doctor Strange is ulting. So that way my Sue can have much more time to react and then actually use the ult rather than being caught by surprise by it every time, you know what I mean? Like it's easy to flame him and then not actually fix the problem. Like you can tell him, oh, fucking react to the Doctor Strange ult, but the fact is he failed the reaction 3 times. He might be old, he can't do it. So you have to hold his hand a little bit. The Doctor Strange is ulting, the Doctor Strange is ulting, watch out. And then he pushes it, and then we win. This game, there's so much, like, there's like 3 big categories to winning in ranked. One is positioning, or like game sense oriented. Another is mechanics, like do you hit your shots, how good you use your abilities, when you use them, stuff like this, mechanical skill. And then the last one is just how your mental is, how you behave around your teammates, how you think about your teammates and yourself and what you see as being wrong. The last skill is very important. It also affects how much fun you have. I was crashing out earlier, like, and I was a hypocrite. I was just looking at all my teammates' huge mistakes, which to be fair, they were huge mistakes. What causes me to have bad mental is when I'm like smurfing on my main account. I'm so low ranked that I feel like I should just win every single game because I'm truly and honestly, no ego, just factually better. I should win because I'm higher rank, but that's just not how things work. Sometimes you have government agents. Sometimes you get your government mandated losses. But even in those losses, I could have done something better. I was not a perfect player. It's just fucking annoying when I'm watching, like, the mistakes that I'm making are so minuscule, and the mistakes I'm watching my teammates make are like actual war crimes. They are violating the fucking Geneva Convention. It is so tilting. So I get it. But that thinking like that will make you so mad. It'll make you so frustrated with the game.